Fellow Guyanese, a pleasant good day to all of you. Back in Georgetown, Guyana, and wherever you might be across this beautiful world we are living in. On Sunday, I attend the meeting with the Security Minister of Guyana, Mr. Kemraz Ramjattan. Now I want to make it clear, on my entering on that meeting, I was greeted with a lot of hooray and shout and cheers. It was not a surprise to me, by the way, because I was looking for the disappointment. I was even offered to pick up a placard against the minister, but that is not George Correa. I gave a 1-minute speech with the comrades them, and I know they are members of the PPP, giving the amount of them were there and what they were chanting, calling Ramjattan a Judas, a betrayal, and eventually George Correa, was called a Judas. But do my Indian brothers and sisters understand the meaning of Judas? Judas is not one who stand up against Rome and expose what is going on, regardless who rule it, whether it is Caesar or Antony or Cleopatra or Nefertiti or even in India. So they are dumb to politics and they don't understand what they are barking like dogs for. I must congratulate the PPP party to keep these people down and corrupt them, so many of them don't even know the meaning of why are they living and who's fighting for them. I will consider to say, in that crowd, 20-something% might be crackheads or drunkards, and 18% of the women may be cheating on their husband, so they cannot curse me and call me a Judas. Because I don't take shit from nobody, not in my mother. And let it be known, I and APNU have nothing in personal, nor the PPP, but the truth of our country and democracy must prevail regardless where it comes from, who are the head or who are the tail. I have seen Guyana history. I was called a Judas, a traitor, and then some of the Indians shout up and say, Portuguese put the black man in power. Fellow Guyanese, I do not see Coolie man, black man, Chinese man, Portuguese man. I see human being. And these guys are so illiterate, the Portuguese put the black man in power. I said to them, do your history. If the guy did not collate with Burnham to give birth to Guyana, you might have been end up like Cuba or Chile for your communist doctrine when Cherry marry a woman named Janetti and leave Kalauti and Indrani and Ayokali body. So wake the fuck up, you stupid Indian. And I mean you stupid one, because you got a lot of wise one. I call upon the generation of today, stop listening to your parents. It is your future what is in hold here. Politicians will tell you what they want you to hear, but what they do behind your back with the pen and paper is something different. All we are asking for is unity, that the two major races can come together and find the right leader and passageway to lead Guyana. Guyana do not belong to Indians or black people from Africa who are claiming loyalty to ancestral link. We are all Guyanese. Guyana is an Amerindian country, and it must remain so forever, like India and Africa, an African country and an Indian country. We are living in Guyana, and we owe it to the nation. We owe it to Guyana, but we must not deny the Amerindians their right. So when Ramjattan came there, even though we have our differences, because my son was locked up wrongfully, and he is the security chief, because the president said to me he gave him the information. And Ramjattan said he sent his investigator who said my son pled guilty to a case, but he's a lawyer. He should have known no man pled guilty and get an appeal. So my son was kidnapped at the Supreme Court, locked up for 10 months, 3 times attempt of fire would kill him in the jail, and 4 police beat him at Timeri. This matter will not settle until I get justice. So whether you're the security chief, you're the attorney general, or you're the chancellor, or whoever the chief judge or crime chief, I hope you all understand what I'm asking for: justice. No man must blame me for that. If you cannot represent your family, how could you represent the country? If you cannot represent what is right, how will you know what is wrong? But I went there to listen to the minister to address the nation. I did told the gathering outside when I first entered, because people now coming in, asked how many people in there. I said about 10 or 15. But as people entered the place, it was a large crowd. And with the lady putting her finger in the air, I see getting a lot of publicity. Ask the PPP member what sparked that. They lucky was the finger. They should have done that to me. I would have given them my penis. Because maybe a lot of them are gay like Barrett Jack Dion. I have no apology to this. So he can do what he like. Because it's alleged he's gay. What man marry a woman, turn back and say he never marry her? And you stupid Indian women are supporting that? That could have been your sister. Could have been your niece. Could have been your auntie. It could have been you. Vashni will be remembered, who married the president of Guyana. On national TV, all the news had him, only to be scorned and kicked out, and stated publicly that he did not marry the woman. How can you follow a leader like that, ladies and gentlemen? Another one got 19 counts of criminal charges against him. It's alleged of frauding property or something like that. And y'all want him. Or you Indian people want people like that, drunkards, whores and thieves to lead you? The days of Barabbas is over. The days of Alibaba is over. And the days of Robin Hood just begin. The man who robbed the rich with the poor. But here the poor are getting robbed while some politicians are getting rich. Check out what I am saying here to you. And I have no apology to nothing here. And my word, by calling a man a faggot, I did not say that he is homosexual. A faggot is a slang that used in any derogatory way. Or if I said gay, I might be promoting the man as a happy man. But you can be happy by the back of your ass also. It had nothing to do with me. So I'm calling upon all Guyanese, and I said it here today. If APNU could clean up the act and start to become right, we shall and will hold them there, because they do a lot of good. But 23 years of corruption, obstruction and destruction, not even Jesus could have corrected it. Not even Muhammad could have corrected it. And ladies and gentlemen, I am a priest. I do not have a church because my God didn't tell me take 10%. If he give it to you, why he want one much less 10? So all them hypocrites, I'm against them. I am saying here, Mr. Ramjatan have delivered a message. And the PPP should have listened to it. And what he says makes sense. Because I travel to 87 countries, I know what goes on. I will not disclose many more. Without the help of the American, the English and the Canadian, Guyana is in for darkness. So I call for more investment from America, Canada and England, and for Guyanese people to wake up. Long live the generation. And I said again, if APNU is doing good, we must support them. But a lot of cleaning up have to be. But PPP must not, shall not go back there. And many must be charged and tried for crime that was committed against people. No politician must use the court to justify his or her crime against innocent people. No lawyer or judges must do the same. We are victims of all of this. Imagine you selling the Coca Trench. You're selling the damn Barrett. I'm sorry I didn't hug you up and romance you over to get the Demerara River or the Essequibo or Berbice. I have no fear. For even if you all kill me, my gold shall rise in your bedroom. Remember that. I am a fearless man. And who's behind me you don't know. So let me say one thing. Mr. Kamraj, you have done a good thing that day. And I respect that. We have our difference. I want you to look into my son cases. And give me those who lied to you. You don't care what we do with them. I promise you. Once you all can do that for me and clear us and give us justice, I don't care who rules Guyana, but it will be a democratic country for all mankind. Thank you very much.